Hey guys, this is Manshark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, this is Crusader Kings II, and this is Millennia in the Making episode 18. I think it's 18. Well, I might have just balls that up, but we'll call it 18 for now. We're currently playing as King Ludolf of Bavaria. He's a rather stellar chap, double chin. He is the son of the former King Otto of Bavaria, formerly Duke of Brunswick, formerly Duke of Saxony. You know what, let's just quickly check to see. I'm going to have to just click on save game. Yeah, we're currently in episode 18. That's good. That's good. I have not screwed that up. Anyway, more importantly, we are at war with the tribe of Sorbs. You can see here. Wait, where is he? Here we go, the tribe of Sorbs. He is also called in, well, not called in, these guys have just joined of their own volition because it's a holy war against the Slavic religion. The Count of Rana, the Duke of Pomerania, or the High Chief of Pomerania as it is, the Chief of Dimmen, and the Petty King of Ostlandet. That last one is the worrying part, because this is Ostlandet here, and here as well. But he is currently at war with the Zealandians. That is probably not the correct term, but whatever. He's currently at war with these dudes here, the Petty Kingdom of Zealand. So while he has fleets around the place, this is a raiding fleet here, you can tell by the little torch and that. This is not a raiding fleet, so it might have, 200 guys on it, I think? I think a boat can carry about 100 guys. If so, then that's 2,000 and that's an issue. Let's see. Can we tell this from anything? No, we might actually have had to have had our own fleets to raise to test that. Anyway, we're losing money because we hired some mercenaries. Let's unpause the game, speed it up to the second fastest speed. Now, we're going to pause it again because we've got some decisions to make. We could move to Brenneberg or Lazika. If we move to Lazika, we engage in a very bad battle for us because we have to cross the Elbe and engage in a hill terrain province against a army which isn't exactly small compared to ours. Additionally, there is a supply limit in that province of 744 for us. That's why he can have 4,000 guys. We could move to Brenneberg. There's no troops in Brenneberg. We would be crossing the river, but 930. Not great. We could even come all the way up here to Laxine, but that has the same issue. So what we're going to do is head down into Plzeň. Because it's Catholic, not Slavic, we can put almost 19,000 guys there. And, well, their garrisons are kind of shit. So, down we go. We'll get there on the 21st. Now, ideally, what will happen, and has just actually happened, see here, the High Chief has started to move his armies. What we're going to do is see if we can engage in a little bit of inventive trolling. I'm going to stop this army from making the move and start them doing it again. Okay, so it only takes us 2 days to get to Plzeň. That's not right. 2 more days. So we get to Plzeň. The army of Count Wichman is the one that we're looking here. We get to Plzeň on the 23rd of February. It is currently the 17th, so it takes us 6 days. What we're going to try and do is leave our larger army here in Nasani. It should still not be big enough for this guy to stop his movement. He'll engage, and we'll send Captain John's mercs back. So, just get those guys to stop. You stop a guy from moving by right-clicking on the province that they're already in while they're selected. Yeah, and see, he is not stopping his movement. So there you can see, we've just landed our guy here. We don't care about how fast this siege moves. As soon as this battle starts, we're moving our guys back. This could be a bit risky. Fortunately, Nasani is hills. You can see there, second last line of a pop-up, the terrain is hills. And if a combat takes place here, the defender gets a defensive bonus. And he's attacking across the Elbe, which you can see here, crossing of a major river Elbe to Lizika, which means that the attacking army will get a significant combat penalty. When that happens, we should be able to see what it is. So we're just waiting on the 1st of March, which is actually coming up very quickly. So we want to be kind of precise in the timing, so we'll be pausing and unpausing repeatedly. There we go. Now we head over. Now, see this little, I'll zoom right in, see this little, this is a list of the penalties that the attacking army is facing. You can see that they are all very significant. Like the lowest one there is minus 10% attack for archers. Everything else is at a minus 30% or 20%. And additionally, because of the hills, our archers get a better attack and defense. So do our pikemen, but we don't have many pikemen. Yeah, we have a few pikemen. So that's exceptional for us. And we've started Captain John moving back. He'll be there in 6 days as prepared. And we've got a little message here saying that we've been attacked. We can elevate that to be a pop-up, which we may do at some later period. But here's the battle. Us, with our 18 martial skill, we're fighting against Priest Lodzeslaw of that place. He's crap. We've got more men than him, he's crap. The middle flank, or the middle column, is what we're really worried about. He's outnumbered, and he's outleaded. Like, only just, but, you know, he's probably going to lose unless the flanks, and of course, Captain John's army, can get in there. And we've got another little summary of the things there. The bonuses and stuff. So, yeah, see, he's taking a little bit of moral damage, but now we're in for it. The reinforcements turned up. The flank is, the center column is still outnumbered, but our flanks now significantly outnumber their flanks. So we should see that we'll collapse those. Another daughter? Okay, so we've got another daughter. When I move this aside, I'm just checking to see if they're a sickly child or not. She isn't. That's fine. I mean, a little bit annoying that she gave me another daughter. I have a daughter already. I would like a son. And she will be Heil Wither. Alright, well. Yep, okay, so one flank has collapsed and is being chased for a little bit. When they depart the battlefield, these guys will start attacking the center column. And Mealy has joined on the left flank. Hopefully I don't die. Yeah, you see, they're now attacking the center column and they get a damage bonus. The Polish-Moravian de jure war of Upper Silesia has ended. King Aldrich lost. We got that message just because we're still monitoring, you know, that guy. And there we go. We've just had a massive collapse in the center. Look at that. They lost 1,000 troops in a day or something. That's insane. Alright, here we go. And we've actually done really well. 64.4 change in war score. That's on a 100-point slider. That's insane. I think we just won the war. 39 prestige, 19.7 piety, and 1.9 military tech. We lost 436 guys. We killed almost 4,000 men. We also captured the High Chief of Pomerania. Well, fuck me, that was pretty awesome, wasn't it? So we could release him, we could execute him, and no one will care because he's from an enemy country. Or we could get 145 gold from him. We hold on to him for now. And we'll probably release him at a later date. Let's see. The war is apparently indecisive. Okay, well, he seems to be headed down to Pleasant, so all of our forces are going to move down to Pleasant. Or Pleasant. Yep, we're all coming down here, so this is a mopping up operation now. And yeah, we even managed to get there first. Yeah, we got another 6.1% war score, more prestige, etc. We've pumped our war score to 100%, so we're just going to declare victory. Done. See, didn't have to wait for anything, it just happened. So, the Bavarian Holy War for Meissen has ended. King Ludolf of Bavaria, that's me, won. I'm very pleased with how that went, by the way. That was a really good battle for us. Ludolf Lodolfinger has become Baron of Libus, Baron of Bautzen, Baron of Altenburg, Baron of Dona, Baron of Meissen, and we actually released the Pomeranian, so what we should have done there was ransom him, then declared, the war to be over. So, let's move our troops back to a friendly county, and this is the problem with Holy Wars. Now we have a Demesne size of 12 of 6. And that's because every single one of these holdings was held by a pagan, so now we hold every single one of these holdings. We can also create the Duchy of Meissen. And you can see we've got the wrong type of holdings, and it's too big and all this sort of stuff. That's what she said. So, what we're going to do is just get rid of some of these cities and bishoprics by the right-click, create new vassal, right-click, create new vassal, and we'll do the same here. So, we've gotten rid of all the wrong type of holdings, and we're still at 8 of 6. So, what we're going to do, I want to kind of hold on to Messian just for this moment. Not because it's good or anything, but because it's just... You want to be as close to your Demesne limit as you can possibly be. There's antivirus, get rid of that. The closer you are to your Demesne limit, the more powerful you are. And Lausitz is all the way over here, and it's Slavic. Which actually, just before we do anything else, we're going to send our court chaplain to proselytize there. I think some other places lit up green there. I think we might be able to send the court chaplain to proselytize to pagan nations and turn them into Catholics. We don't actually want to do that. That would not be beneficial for us. Then we couldn't go to war with them as easily. Okay, we're still over this Demesne limit, so let's see. We could give away Gorlitz and assign this barony to somebody else. Let's see if there's anybody who would take on the castle of Gorlitz in my court. So looking for people who have a high opinion of us who are not us. Hang on. Didn't my heir want a title? Yes, he did. Alright. Congratulations, Guntram. You are now the Count of Lausitz. Or is he? No, we're going to make him the Baron of Altenburg, because then I'm definitely sure that he will still be a member of my court. Sort of. I say that. So he's left. That's fine. Let's see if we can reappoint him. Nope, apparently not. Whatever. Okay, well, I guess Wolfgang here is going to be... He must have actually just been a guy that we picked up, and I'm fine with that. Wolfgang is now my marshal. Fucking game, screwing me around and making me look like an idiot sometimes. Okay, we still need to find somebody to be Count of Lausitz, because we're still over our Demesne limit. So, let's look in our court again. Well, Leopold here, my cousin, is a friend. He's also content. I think he would make a fairly good... Yes, I think he would make a fairly good individual. So, County of Lausitz, always be sure what you're picking here. You don't want to give away something that you didn't intend to give away, because it is always a pain in the ass to get it back. So, off he goes, and now we're at 6 of 6. So we know that Frederica and Ludolf have left. That's alright. Frederica is still tutored or mentored by my wife, and that was important for reasons. Anyway, let's get these mercenaries back so we can get rid of everybody. And probably put the mercenaries down where they are, but you know, whatever. Okay, everybody go down. And we'll take our dudes back down here. We don't need the Count of Galerair to be leading that army. And our knowledge of tolerance in Ostfriesland, which is up here, has increased to level 1. That's cool. So now we shouldn't be losing any money, but we do owe the Jews 350 gold. I kind of really wish it would taken that ransom from that dude. That would have gone a lot better for us. Though, honestly, what would be really good now is if this guy died. If High Chief Zistabor just died. Right now. Because then we'd go to war with his son for either this duchy here, or the elements of Bohemia that they hold, or Brandenburg. Brandenburg would be a lot tougher, because Brandenburg is currently Slavic, whereas Bohemia, or the elements of Bohemia, are Catholic, so Brandenburg has a lot lower supply limit. But, let's not take away from this that we have achieved an objective. We've reunited Saxony in some sort of, what do they call it? Anschluss? I think the name was Anschluss. I swear we're not trying to be Nazis. But yeah, we've reunited Saxony with our realm. The next step is Laxine. There's an important decision available. We could hold a grand tournament. And yes, we are actually getting a lot of money. I think we can afford the 2-point diplomacy hit. The problem is that it's a permanent -2 diplomacy until we get a new ruler. Oh, we're getting some more threat information? Oh, Count Victor has joined everybody's factions. That's wonderful. Count Victor, why do you hate me so? You disapprove. Okay. Is this guy arrestable? No, that was Count of Galerair. Which is this guy, who has the highest faction. Because he's still trying to kill his wife off. I do have a prisoner. Baron of Andex. Where's Andex? Oh, okay. I don't know why I arrested that guy. There must have been a reason. I didn't just arrest people for no reason. No, that's right, we were screwing with his succession thing. But he did, you know, plot against us or something, so, you know, valid reason. Hey, those penalties are going to go down, so that's great. One of our bishops died for reasons. One of our individuals died for reasons, I guess. Yep, just some messages from the people that we're monitoring. Yeah, now, with the Holy Roman Empire decision here, that thing where it says realm size of 220, this is what it's counting, up here in the top right-hand corner where it says realm size, and I have 69. Heh. But, yeah, so we're still a little while off that. I think that that particular decision method of forming the Holy Roman Empire might be easier than the de jure method, which we covered last episode. But we'd have to see. We can invest in a technological advance, and by God we will. Military organization. Now, that's something we were looking for. You can see here, our total retinue size has increased from about, I think it was at about 1,000 to 2,000. This is exceptional for us. And we're going to take advantage of it right away. And how we're going to do that... Let me see... Well, I want another shock retinue. So we've just purchased another shock retinue, and I think... Well, another. I mean the only one. And I think that has made it so that, yeah, we can't purchase any others, because the lowest costing one is a skirmish retinue at 600 points, and we're currently at 1500 of 2070. So we're just off it. But that's alright. We get these two. You see one's only got one guy in it, because they start at one guy and then reinforce. And we're actually going to modify this slightly. See, it's put them in two different columns, and we're just going to put them all in the central column. We've just done that so that any central column that we have is big and strong. My half-sister, Princess Clara. Wasn't that the name of the princess from Drawn Together? Anyway, she's just reached 6. She appears to be quite a good diplomat, even though she has no traits whatsoever. So, let's get her educated. Well, let's have a look at people who we need to have positive opinions of us. See how they're going. So, we do get an opinion boost from giving her to somebody to educate because she's our half-sister. You know, she's very related to us. We could give her to Wilhelm here, the Duke of Austria, but he's a field logician. We're not going to give it to the Duke of Bavaria because we want the Duke of Bavaria to hate us. We're trying to get this guy to rebel. We could give it to the Duchess of Tyrol, or we could just give it to one of the guys. I don't think any of our... Yeah, we don't have a lot of ranking guys with high diplomat stat. And I'd really like her to have a high diplomat stat. So we could give it a Benedicta here, who is our cousin. You know what? No, we'll use her for rank. Well, not rank, but opinion. So we'll give her to Dorifia. And there you go, we'll get 20 points of opinion from that. That's great. How are the factions doing? Yep, well, that's fine. Still can't kill this guy. He has a strong claim on the county of Pleasant. Oh. I wasn't aware that he had that. Oh, the Moravians are still fighting a war against pagans. However, I have just noticed we do now have the ability to press our claims on Znojmo because we have over 200 piety. And that's probably because of that holy war that we won. I didn't check the... I should have checked the things that we were getting, but I just wanted to win it. And once again, I've lost track of when I've started this video. I meant to check the time and be all like, oh yeah, well, now I know how long I've got. I'm going to guess that it's been 30 minutes, so let's keep going. This guy has allies. He can't call any of them to war because they're all either his vassals or the vassals of somebody else. He's obviously not that good militarily, but he also doesn't have a very good state military stat. You can see here he's only getting 11 points from his councillors, which means that it should mean that his best guy, his best army commander, has 11 martial stat. Because you put your best guy in charge of the martial thing. Why wouldn't you? Wow. Okay, this is somewhat of an issue. You can see here the Count of Galrea has 16 intrigue and a negative opinion of us. But also I don't want to actually fire the Duke here because that would give him an opinion malice. So, what we're actually going to do is check the ledger. Just keep a time going while that's happening. Oh, wonderful. People getting imprisoned all over the place. I think the Moravians had 1,000 guys. Or was I completely wrong on that again? I don't see them. Great Moravia, where art thou? 800 guys. So we can actually win this with personal levies. And, yeah, this war isn't ending anytime soon with the Litomerichian guy. So we're going to claim it for the Duke, I think. Were we going to do that? Let's just check this out. So, if we claim it for ourselves, we gain the county. If we claim it for the Duke gains a county and gets an opinion boost. We can claim it for this guy, but we don't even know who that guy is. Okay, it's only got cities, so what we would have to do, if we claimed it for ourselves, would be either to just give it to the Duke, or find somebody, give it to them. So maybe Jasper here? No, he's our steward. We could give it to Luitpold. We can grant titles to children, that's fine. So we could give it to Luitpold here, even though he's a bastard, I think. And then transfer his vassalage to the Duke. And that would maintain the Duke's current demesnes, which is, I think, yeah, just Österreich here, right? Yeah, he only owns Österreich. So if we do that, we help out a bit by keeping the Duke's influence low. And that's pretty important, I feel. So, war. Let's raise our armies up. Gather them. We've got levies raised all over the damn place because of how spread out our demesnes is. You can see how that would be a disadvantage in a war, say, against East Francia. It would be a massive issue. And he shouldn't be able to call anybody into this war because it's not a holy war, because he's Catholic. And because all of his allies, he can't call them. At all. So, deal with it. One important thing to note is he's in a regency. The regency means that the regent's stats are used instead of his for calculating like state stuff. You can see here, the state learning is taken from his regent and councillors, not him. However, his regent is utterly terrible at anything that is an intrigue. So that's an issue. Not too much of one. Let's get our army and march over. It's big enough, and we'll just reinforce it as we go. There we go. Going, boys. The Duke of Bavaria is dead. Duke Ernst II has taken over. Now, you can see here, Duke Ernst has several opinion malices against us, including the ones for the counties, but he is content, so we've got a net positive. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And that also means that one of the factions has gone away, which is cool. Let's just have a quick look at this guy. We can't off him. He has... His son is an heir. He's got a lot of children, so we can't do much involving him, but he's fine. Eventually I would like to take his stuff, but, you know. And Duke Ernst now favours Duke Wilhelm II, so... Yep, there we go. That's fine. We have another child who... Well, our daughter, Princess Hedwig, so our first daughter, requires an education. Well, I guess we get her educated then. Let's see if anybody can... Yeah, we'll give it to the steward, I think. The steward might be cruel and envious, but he's also ambitious and has a very good trait. Yeah, Vettel, what's the new Duke got? The Duke of Bavaria is an elusive shadow. And it would give us a bit more opinion. We're going to get plenty of opinion with the Duke of Austria in a moment. Did I say Austria or Australia then? I meant to say Austria. We don't want to give another one to Dorethia, So yeah, we'll give this one to Duke Ernst. Sweet. And we got another faction that's just formed. Prince Manfred for Bavaria. Really? Oh well. See how that goes. Come on guys, just get in there and start this siege going. That's all I want you to do. Alright, so now Duke Wilhelm is favouring himself. So if the Duchess Dorifia says, oh well, you know, bugger you, and votes for him, that's a problem. Because that would mean that we lose control of the Kingdom of Bavaria. Fortunately, we should be about to get a large opinion boost. Oh, that's actually quite fortunate for us. We should be getting a large opinion boost with the Austrian Duke in a moment or three. So Count Wickman of Gelre has died. That means his faction hasn't disbanded because it had a member in it, but the member has become the leader, and he may not want to be the leader, so he may disband. There we go, we're besieging this place. That's cool. What we might do, because we don't need everybody here besieging the place, we might get some of the army to go and hunt down the Moravian armies, just to progress things a little bit quicker. So, let's check out the new Countess of Gelre. Well, there is a slight issue with her, being that she's married in a regular marriage to this guy, who is... he's actually, yeah, beholden to her, which is good. Though he's leading troops in Teviotdale for some reason. Whatever. And her children, or her child, I should say, is Welsh. We can't offer. She's the only one as well, but they might have more children in the future. Can we offer her husband? Nope. Oh well, we'll just have to see how things go. It isn't such a big deal. Somebody got banished from our cousin's lands in Lausitz. That's alright. This guy, he got exiled. So now he's in Gdansk. Alright, let's just wait for these armies to get over here, and then I think we will call that an episode, because I'm really not sure how the time's been going, and I'd prefer not to have another episode over an hour. That would be, well, I understand people don't want to sit around for an hour watching me talk and looking at maps. You know, we really don't have to monitor this guy anymore, so we'll take him off the list. Come on, just get in there. Get in there. Come on, there we go. So I could gather them all up into one unit. I might just do that for the moment, and we'll just let them sit there and besiege this place down. But that will take... shit. Okay, I know I said I was about to end the episode, but I'm a liar again. Countess Ida of Gelre has founded the Independence faction. She has 10% of my men. And yeah, hopefully that goes away fairly swiftly, because the Independence faction is bad. They will usually rebel at a moment's notice just because they're assholes. Whereas these other guys might hang around for a bit. And the Pope doesn't particularly like us because we paid the Jews money. Or we got money off the Jews. And somewhere's under siege. Alright, we got some Vikings turning up in Freiland again. Occupational hazard. Anyway, we're going to leave it there. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask them. Comments even, those would be great. And yeah, I hope you're enjoying the series so far. I've been Sub. You've been yourselves. Later.